What is going on, guys? Revitup 7 here, and I've got a big lot of old school, like late 90s, mid 90s. These are real model cars, Hot Wheels cars, and rounded out my Porsche collection, and I picked up an interesting Ferrari F50. So I figured I'd share some of these with you guys. Most of these are staying in the box, but the ones that aren't, you will get to see me open them up. And first of all, we're starting out with the Corvette Stingray C3. I love this generation of Corvette. This is from 1995. I have this opened, so I'm actually gonna keep this one in the box, and I like the old 68-cent Walmart price tag that you can still see on it, which I always think that's interesting to see, 68 cents. That's how much they ran. I love this white with the blue flame, just all the beautiful paint. That's all you can see is the nice paint job. I liked the more plain castings that they would do, and actually a lot of these are that. Speaking of which, second generation Lamborghini Countach. I think I got this opened, so I'll be leaving this in the box as well. This is from 97, yeah, 97. Lower, more realistic proportion Countach casting. I like the black with the red interior on this one. 5-dot wheels, which is the Countach thing. And yeah, versus the original Countach, which is kind of expensive, the white with 5 dots from a little bit earlier. This is more realistic casting, and the Countach is one of the greatest cars ever. So of course you gotta include that. We got two Porsche 959s. This blue one I already have open, so I'll be leaving it in the box. And this number 2 with the razor wheels, I do not have, and I will be leaving this in the box as well. These are from 95 and 97 respectively. The one with the white one's from 97. Porsche 959, iconic supercar from Porsche. I saw one of these on the road in Dallas, and just driving on the road, Grail car, Hail Mary spot. That was pretty cool to see. But rounding out my Porsche collection, I am going to be keeping these boxed. Next up, a green Jaguar XJ220. Speaking of like 90s supercar royalty, I think the 959 is an 80s car, but the Jag was 91. I know it's very early 90s. Opening up this one. Oh man, I love this green. Such a beautiful body. Great proportions on this casting. This is one of their greatest supercar castings. One of my first ever was a red XJ220. First ever Hot Wheels with gold spoke wheels. Cool to see this, and I like the little decal on the window above the V6. This is not a V12 car. It was supposed to have a V12, and it ended up with a twin turbo V6. That's part of its famous development and why it kind of flopped, despite being nearly a 220-mile-an-hour car. The McLaren F1 had a lot to do with that too. Took the throne for fastest car real quick. Here's another Ferrari. I'll be keeping this one in the box, this beautiful brown Ferrari 308. In a previous video, I opened up a brown, similar hue brown, a little bit lighter Porsche 911 Carrera from the early 90s, and this is the similar kind of Malaise era brown. I like it though. It's really classy, especially with the beige interior. I like that quite a bit. 308, iconic Ferrari, getting kind of affordable versus the 328. But look at that wedge shape. This is a steal for like 70 grand or whatever they're going for with some miles. And then last but not least, speaking of Ferrari, we got the F50 casting, which is a great casting in my opinion. I think it has amazing proportions. I love it in this yellow. And yeah, Hot Wheels knocked it out of the park in my opinion on the first go around with the F50. Every Hot Wheels has a little bit different scale. I know the XJ220 is a massive car in real life. I'm not sure if it's this much bigger than the F50, but some of the proportions on Hot Wheels and Matchbox is a little off, just to make sure they look right when you're looking at them on their own, but compared to another car, they might be scaled a little bit differently. But overall, I thought this was a cool assortment. We got some Ferraris, got some Porsches, Italian exotics, British exotics, and then some American muscle slash. Corvette's always been a borderline supercar, but they make too many of them, and they're not quite for the longest time up to par with supercars. The 62, 63, whatever the first generation of the second Corvette was, that was a quick car in its time, and the original C3. So Corvettes used to really perform. I guess they've always been borderline supercar, because the ZR1 for the 4th generation was a big deal too, and then it never really stopped after that. I wouldn't say the C5 had a supercar, but the C6, 7, and 8 all have an exotic, very high performing model. But anyway, just kind of chatting. Thank you guys for watching. Happy hunting. Good luck.